Hello my dear students, I welcome you all to this session. This session is going to be the first introduction class of accounting syllabus. Okay, so basically what you're going to learn in this whole year is what I'm going to explain to you now. Okay, so what is there in your syllabus? Financial accounting part 1, you have the theoretical framework and accounting process. In the first video, do you remember the process of accounting? Okay, so that is going to be the process. So theoretical framework is going to be for 12 marks and accounting process is going to be for 40 marks. Okay, so total is 52. And part B, financial accounting 2, financial statement of sole proprietorship. This basically talks about P&L account, that is trading P&L account as well as the balance sheet. This is collectively called as the final financial statements or final accounts. Okay, so this is going to be for 20 marks, and then computers in accounting is for 8 marks. So totally this part B alone is 28, and together you get 80 marks, and you have a project for 20 marks, and totally you have 100 marks. Okay, so first part of the syllabus is theoretical framework. Under that you have introduction of accounting, basic accounting terms, theory base of accounting, accounting standards and Ind AS. Okay, and then base of accounting and accounting equation. So this is the textbook that we are going to use. Okay, textbook for CBSE class 11th, T.S. Grewal, double entry bookkeeping for financial accounting. So this is the textbook that we are going to use. I'm having the 2019 edition. You have to purchase 2020. Okay, so that edition if you have, it is fine. So Sultan Chand Publications. Okay, so this is the textbook that we are going to have for our 11th. Okay, don't get scared about the textbook size. It will give you the utmost conceptual knowledge, okay, at this stage of life. Okay, so anala you purchase that textbook after the lockdown. Okay, now I'm just going to take you through the first what we are going to learn. We are going to learn about the introduction to accounting. We will come to this later, and just straight away taking you to the introduction to accounting now. So first we are going to discuss the meaning and definition of accounting. Okay, now in the first class I told you that accounting is a systematic process. Do you remember? It's a systematic process of identifying, measuring, recording, classifying, summarizing, interpreting and communicating. Now how do you remember this? IMR, CS and IC. Okay, IMR, identifying, measuring, recording, IMR. Okay, then classifying and summarizing. I am just having CS degree in my mind, company secretaryship mind, so I am just remembering it this way. Then interpreting and communicating. Okay, so this is how I remember. So IMR, CS is for classifying and summarizing, IC is for interpreting. What? Interpreting what? Financial information to the users of the business. Okay, users of the financial information. Now here accounting is the language of business. Accounting is what? Is the language of business. Now what is this language? This is an English language. That's why you and I can understand this. For computers it is like computing language, machine language. Only machines will understand, not us. We have to separately learn a course for that. But accounting is a language of business. Okay, then you have the definition given by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. Now for your information, CPA is a degree. Okay, that is equivalent to CA. CA is for India, CPA is for US. Okay, USA. So US, you learn CPA, you will be called as a chartered accountant there. Okay, then so accounting to according to the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, they have given this. CPA's organization has given this. Accounting is the art of recording, classifying, summarizing in a systematic manner, in terms of money, not in any other terms, in terms of money, transactions and events. What? Transaction and events which are in part at least of a financial character, and interpreting the results thereof, which should be at least financial characteristics. Okay, you cannot say that without financial characteristics you cannot record it in the books of accounts. Okay, and interpreting the results thereof. So this is the definition that's been given. Should you memorize this? Yes, you have to memorize it. Okay, so accounting is the art. Obviously, accounting is the art of recording, classifying, summarizing, RCS, in a systematic manner, and in terms of what? Money, transactions and events which are in part at least of a financial character, and interpreting the results thereof. So this is the definition of accounting. So successfully we have completed the first part, meaning and definition of accounting. Now moving forward, we are to learn characteristics, attributes or features of accounting. Now in a question they are asking, please enumerate the attributes of accounting. You should not blink. It is otherwise called as characteristics. If a question they are asking, what is the features of accounting? You should not blink. The same thing applies. Okay, so first is the identification of financial transactions and events. What is this? Financial transactions and events. It is only financial transactions and events. Suppose for example, you meet your friend. Okay, is this the event? On his birthday. On his what? Birthday. Is this an event? Yes, of course it is an event. It is his birthday party. You're having a good time. But is it a financial transaction? Do you transact any friend? You just give a gift to your friend at his birthday, on his birthday. Okay, you just go to his birthday, give a gift. Is it a financial transaction? Of course you would have spent around say for example you have spent around 250 rupees to purchase a gift. Is it a financial transaction? Will you record this transaction in your books of accounts? The answer is no. Why? Because it is not related with business. Suppose you are meeting your client. Say for example you run a saloon. Okay, have you gone through Naturals? Have you gone to any of your saloons that is there? You just meet your client there, that is your customer there. The client means customer. Now he or she says that he wants a good facial to be done. You charge rupees 1000. Okay, is it an event meeting? Yes, event. Is it financial? Yes, it is financial, because you are paying 1000 rupees for the facial. Is it a transaction, business transaction? The answer is yes, it is a business transaction. Why? Because this is particularly related to your business. This is your personal, this is your business. So identification of financial transaction and events is very important. You identify this as a financial transaction and event, but not this one. Okay, the next one is measuring the identify transactions. Now what is this? Measuring the identify transaction. You measure this transaction as rupees 1000 or 10,000 USD. What is USD? US dollars. Or you measure this as euro. Okay, I do not know whether this euro, okay, 10,000 euro. This is a euro symbol. Okay, yeah, so we will just take this as this is a euro symbol. Okay, okay, so this is 10,000 euro. You are measuring the identified transactions, 10,000 US dollars, 10,000 euros, or 10,000 INR. What is INR? Rupees. Okay, so it's like various foreign currencies you may have, but what you are measuring with, okay, that's very important. Then you have recording. What is meant by recording? Recording means you are recording in journal. Journal is otherwise called as original book. Original book of entry, in not books, original book of entry. Why it is called as original book of entry? Because this particular thing, once you have identified, once you have measured for the first time, you are recording. First time you are recording. That's why it is called as original. Now you may have a lot of original, you know, softwares with you. You may have original content with you. It should not be a duplicate of that. Okay, original means first it's genuine. First you identified, then you able to measure that, and then you are able to record it. Can you identify this? IMR. Entire thing I'm again and again enforcing on IMR. Okay, identifying, measuring, and recording. The next one is classifying. Now what is classifying? Ledger. Ledger is a book that will allow you to classify various items. Say for example, RAM account. Okay, so RAM account, RAM is our customer. Okay, RAM is our customer. Whatever transactions related with RAM will be collected, classified in one particular area. That is called as RAM account. Now account is shortly represented A/C in accounts. Okay, so account is a place where you can classify a transaction that is related with one particular person, thing, or any other thing. Okay, so just it's a person or thing or any asset or something. So it's like this. Suppose for example you have machinery account. Whatever that is related with the machinery will be entered here. It will be classified here. So that is called as ledger. So classifying in what aspect? It is the ledger aspect. Then you have summarizing. Now what is summarizing? Summarizing means trial balance, preparation of trial balance, trading, P&L account, as well as balance sheet. Okay, trial balance is a summary of all this ledger accounts. It is a summary of what? All ledger account. What? Summary of all ledger accounts. Now trading and profit and loss account is a nominal account. I am sure that you are not able to understand this nominal account. I will teach you what is nominal account little later, but as of now you just remember what trading P&L account is a nominal account and balance sheet is a real account. Okay, I'll teach you what is nominal, what is real, all those things. But trial balance is what? Summary of all ledger accounts. Trading and P&L account is a nominal account and balance sheet is a real account. As of now you will just have to remember. You will not understand, just remember. Okay, then analysis and interpretation. What is analysis and interpretation? Once this is done, trading and P&L account is done. Why, what is the reason behind preparing this trading and P&L account? Trading P&L account is prepared to get profit or loss from a business. Any owner of a business will want to know whether there is a profit or a loss in a particular financial year. Now, what is financial year? Financial year means starting from 1/4, say 2020 to 31/3/2021. So any year that is starting, financial year means it's from 1st April to 31st March. That time frame will be called as a financial year. If you count March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Okay. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. You will get 12 months. Okay. So 1st April to 31st March. Now, this balance sheet will be able to tell us what is the net worth of business. Okay, we will be learning about all these terms when we are proceeding with the class. But as of now, you just understand why we are doing this. Once this is done, this information will be analyzed and interpreted. Okay, what is this analyzed and interpreted? Through some analysis tools. What are the analysis tools? It can be ratio analysis, it can be comparative statement, it can be by drawing a bar diagram, pie chart. All these things are analysis. Okay, so this analysis will be communicated to users of financial statement. Now, users can be external and internal. Internal can be owner himself. I am the owner of the business. It will be useful for me. If the business is doing well, it will give me profits. I have to know about it. If it is a loss, then I have to know about it. So, if suppose for example, employees, I am working in an organization, I am supposed to know whether the organization is making profits. If it is making profits only, it will be able to give appropriate salary for me. Otherwise, what will happen? My salary will be a question mark. So I am an employee, so I should know about the concern, how it is doing, whether it is doing good or whether it is doing bad. Okay, so that I can be cautious. Then you have the external persons like press, media. They will be always capturing this profits of a company. This profit, this company has given dividend, declared dividend. If you observe the news, you will be able to come to know that this company is declaring dividend, this company is paying so much of liability in the court. So all these information is captured by media. External people can be government, external people can be the investors and prospective investors. So we will be learning about all these things shortly. So these are the characteristics and attributes, features of accounting. Now we are going to learn about the accounting process. As I told you that the characteristics and features of or attributes of accounting is closely related with accounting process. Now what is that? Financial transactions and events. You are able to identify that. First one was financial transaction and accounting process. The first step is financial transaction and event. Okay, and the second one is recording, that is your journal. Journal can be further classified as cash book, purchase book, sales book, bills payable book, and bills receivable book is not there for you right now in your syllabus. So but anyways, we will just come across this sometimes, bills payable book and bills receivable book. I'll tell you what is it. Okay, generally. Then journal proper. Now all these are journals that is going to be prepared, that's we are going to prepare. So purchase book Purchase written. What is purchase books? The amount, the items you have purchased for the trade. Now what is trading? Trading is purchasing and selling repeatedly, purchasing and selling repeatedly for what? To earn profit. Okay, have you heard of share trading? Now what they do in the share trading, some people will be like investing, some people will be trading literally. That is, they will purchase the shares of the company, they will sell it. They will purchase the shares of the company, they will sell it. So again and again this happens. So obviously while selling they will add a margin, that is, they will add a profit to sell it. So when you are identifying what is, whenever you have a purchase, you need to record that in the purchase book. Suppose you don't like the quality, say for example, you want to sell, you want to have a stationery shop. You have purchased a lot of books, you have purchased a lot of pens, pencils, all the stationery items you have done. You see that some stationery item, some pen is defective. Say for example, this pen is leaking. Okay, so you want to return this. Now when you are returning it, it's called as purchase return. You have purchased it, but you find that this is not effective, this is not good, you have to return it. So that is a return. Now sales book, when you are selling this pen, you sell it at a profit. Okay, now sales is the only revenue generating activity. Now I'm not going to mix with this. So sales only is the revenue generating activity, other elements are all cost. Okay, so sales, you are going to sell this to your customer finds it defective. See sir, you have sold this pen, but you have not given any cap for this. I'm just literally telling you without any thing. Okay, just for fun. Okay, just without a cap, the shopkeeper has sold it. Okay, and the customer is very angry, and he says that I don't want this pen, I want to return it to you. So that when the customer returns, you have to call it as sales return. Okay, purchase return, sales return, I'm sure you are able to understand. If you are not able to understand also, it's okay, we will slowly go about and understand. Now as of now you understood this. It is like recording. What is recording? Recording means journal. Journal means what? You have the cash book, purchase return book, sales return book, bills payable book, bills receivable book, and journal proper. Then you have the classifying. Classifying means what? Ledger posting. We have discussed the ledger posting. Summarizing means what? Trial balance, trading P&L, and the balance sheet. Analyzing and interpreting. Analyzing and interpreting, one of the tool is ratio analysis. You will be learning in your 12th standard, not right now. Then communicating to users, external as well as internal. In your textbook, this is accounting process as given like this. Okay, can you see this? Yeah, just accounting process is given like this. It's nothing but financial transaction and events, recording, journal. Journal means cash book, purchase book return, purchase return book, and sales return books, bills payable, bills receivable book, journal proper. And then you have the classifying of ledger posting. Then you have summarizing. Then you have the analysis and interpretation. Then you have the communicating to users. Now these are all the accounting process. I'm sure that you are able to understand. Now moving forward, we have the objectives of accounting. Okay, the last part of the this today's class discussion. Now objectives of accounting is maintaining accounting records. See, if you maintain the accounting records, it will be easy. Okay, suppose for example, you have 1/1/2020, you have your first transaction. On 10/1/2020, you have your second business transaction. You have on 2/2/2020 third. Similarly, you had on 1/3/2020 some transaction, like which you have some 5,000 transactions till date. Now, if you have not recorded this 5,000 transactions, what will be your state? Can you imagine? Okay, can you remember so much of transaction? If you are not recording, will this number be a question mark to you? Is it 5,000? Is it 4,500? Or it is 4,000 only? Or it is 10,000? We do not know. So, maintaining accounting records in a systematic manner is very important, following the principles of accounting. Why? Because to keep a track of everything. Business needs keeping track of everything. Okay. So then you have to determine the profit or loss of a particular business. See, it is determined in the term of income statement. Income statement is nothing but trading P&L account. This will judge your financial performance. Okay, and then it is revenue, expenditure. This part is very important in accounting. Revenue minus your expenses will be profit. Now what is this? Sales minus cost will be your profit. Okay, this is what it means. Sales minus cost will be your profit. Revenue is nothing but sales. Revenue is what? Nothing but sales. Expenditure is what? Cost. Expenditure is what? Cost. Profit is your profit. So suppose for example you have 10,000 as your revenue, expenditure comes to 5,000, your profit will be 5,000. Now revenue is 10,000 but expenditure is 12,000. Now here revenue is less than expenditure, so you get a loss. Okay, now I want you to remember this: revenue is more than expenditure, then it is a profit. Revenue is less than expenditure, then it will be a loss. Okay, and then you have determining financial position. Your balance sheet will determine what is the financial position. Facilitating management. Now it helps in facilitating management. Management requires to make a lot of business decisions, whether to invest in a particular proposal. So management requires to make a lot of calculative decision, whether to invest in a particular project, or to export this particular goods to abroad countries, or to only produce domestic products, or to have application of share capital that needs to be received. We do not know. So management has to take all these decisions based on what information? It is based on financial information. Okay, so it is useful for decision making, it is an effective control, it is used for budgeting and forecasting. Okay, now fifth one is providing accounting information. As I told you, accounting information to users. Who are the users of financial information? Users of financial information are, you have internal user as well as external user. Internal users may be owners and management, and employees and workers. Okay, owners and management may be same for sole proprietorship firms, that is your sole trader. Okay, sole trader, I will come to you will come to know. For one person manages everything, then he will be the owner, he will be the manager. But if at all a company, you have share